What's up, filmmakers and content creators? It's Justin Romine here, coming at you with another video. This one is a tutorial in Adobe Premiere Pro CC. I got a request through my Instagram account. If you don't follow me, you should, at JRoFilms, shameless plug. And the question was, how do you do these zoom transitions? Is it like a preset, or did you download it somewhere? What is it? And the truth is, there are features in Premiere Pro to do this custom zoom transition to make it look really cool and look like you actually did it in After Effects without actually having to go to After Effects to do it. So I'm gonna take you through how I do that. It's really good for like real estate or like business films. After you do all these settings, I would actually save it as a preset so that you can just use it on your own. That way you don't have to go through all these steps again, and you can just drag and drop it as a preset. First off, before I show you actually how to do this, I would highly recommend that you make sure that the clips that you're using make sense for a zoom transition. Ideally, you want to be two shots like moving forward. You don't want to go from moving forward to moving backwards. All right, so let's dive into Premiere Pro and I'll show you how to do it. So first off, you want to have your two clips that you're moving forward. On this one, I'm going from outside to inside, so it makes sense. Move the playhead to where these two clips come together. Now you're going to hold down Shift and hit arrow over 2 times. That's gonna give you 10 frames, and you're gonna do a cut on that one clip, bring it back to the center, shift to the right 2 times, cut right there. That's gonna give you the 10 frames that you're gonna need that we're gonna apply this transition to. So for the first clip, we're gonna do the zoom in 1, that's what I end up calling it. So you're gonna go over to the effects panel, you're gonna search for transform, and you're gonna drag and drop that on that first clip. Now go over to the effects with that clip selected, scroll down to the transform effect, open it up, and go to scale. You want to keyframe scale 100 at the beginning, and then at the end of that 10 frames, you want to do around like 175. Now you're going to right click each of these and click ease in on the last one and ease out on the first one. Then you can see you can actually expand that scale and play with the velocity. So what we want to do is we don't want this to go in from 0 to 100. We want to actually gradually speed this clip up. So you're going to take the handles of the scale and slide them both to the right. Now what you can see this does is it gives you a nice little zoom in, and it does this gradually, so it's not just like 0 to 100. Now this already looks cool, but the transform effect actually has a really cool feature in it that I want to show y'all. If you go down to the shutter angle, you're not going to keyframe this, but you're going to type in 360.0. That's going to give you some natural looking motion blur when you go through this transition. See how cool that looks? Awesome. All right, let's move on to the zoom in 2. Zoom in 2 is what I end up calling it. It's basically going to be that next clip zooming forward that will flow really nicely. So check this out. You're going to go to the effects panel, type in replicate, drag and drop that on that first 10 frames of that second clip, leave that as it is, then go over to the effects panel again. We're gonna offset the center of this clip, expand it in the effects window, and I've already done the dirty work for you. You're gonna type in 1440 by 270. What that offset is gonna do, it's gonna bring the center of that clip to the actual center of that frame. All right, now this is when it might get confusing. We're gonna do the mirror effect, so go to the effects panel, drag and drop mirror. We're gonna do this 4 times. I'm also gonna put this information in the description so that you can easily refer back to it. It's just gonna be down there below, so check that out. Now basically why we're doing this is we're trying to mirror all the 4 edges of the clip so that there's no harsh lines. So for the first mirror, you're gonna drag and drop that, you're gonna expand it in the effects panel, you're gonna type in for the reflection angle 90, and for the X and Y axis on this, you're gonna type in 1920 by 807. All right, now drag and drop the mirror again. You're gonna type in reflection angle -180, and then the X and Y is gonna be 480 by 540. All right, now drag it again. This time reflection angle 0, so leave that be. And then the X and the Y is 1439 by 540. All right, last time. Get the mirror effect, drag and drop that on your clip, and reflection angle for this is gonna be -90, and then your X and Y is gonna be 1920 by 271. I know it's a lot, but we're almost done, so hold with me. Lastly, remember that transform effect we used on that first clip? You're gonna drag and drop that now, change the shutter angle again to 360, and for the scale, we're gonna do 100 keyframed at the beginning and then keyframe to 200 at the end of the clip. Now same thing, we're gonna right click and ease out on the first keyframe, and then on the last keyframe, right click, ease in. But when you expand the scale, we're gonna do the opposite of what we did for the first one. For the velocity, we're gonna drag all the handles to the left-hand side. That's gonna give you the most natural looking motion for this clip. Now don't forget, you're gonna save this as a preset. So go to that first clip, highlight the transform effect, right click, save preset, zoom in 1, and then go to the second clip, select all those different effects that we did by holding down Command on a Mac, Control on Windows. Select all of them, right click, save preset, and title it whatever you want. I did zoom in 2 because you're gonna apply this to that second clip. Whew. All right, so that's about it. Just start applying this zoom transition to your videos to make them just that next level better. It's all these little things that add up to the big thing, which is making awesome videos. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share this with a friend that might think this is cool, and we will catch you filmmakers in the next video.